Imagine this. It's 2018 in Caracas, Venezuela. You wake up, grab your phone, and check your bank app. Yesterday, your savings could buy a week's groceries. Today, barely a loaf of bread. Prices have doubled overnight again. Your salary, deposited last month, is now worthless confetti. ATMs spit out bills by the bundle, but they're useless. Banks are ghosts of their former selves. Lines snake around blocks for cash that is already obsolete by the time you get it. This isn't dystopian fiction, it's the Venezuelan economic collapse, where hyperinflation didn't just wreck the economy. It obliterated the banking system from the inside out. A once oil-rich nation turned into a cautionary tale of greed, mismanagement, and monetary madness. Stick around, because this story is a thriller packed with villains, victims, and a plot twist that still haunts the world in 2025. We rediving deep. How did paradise turn to hell, and could it happen to you? Let's rewind to the glory days. Venezuela sits on the world's largest proven oil reserves, more than Saudi Arabia. In the early 2000s, under President Hugo Chavez, oil prices skyrocket to over $100 a barrel. Chavez rides the wave like a rock star. He nationalizes industries, launches Bolivarian missions, free healthcare, education, subsidized food. Poverty drops from 50% to 30%. The middle class swells. Banks boom too. Credit flows like oil. Loans for homes, cars, businesses. Foreign investors pour in billions. Caracas becomes a hub of luxury malls, SUVs, and optimism. It's the Bolivarian revolution, baby socialism fueled by black gold. But here's the hook. What happens when the party relies on one drink, and the bar runs dry? Fast forward to Launtening Sen. Chavez dies, handing the reins to Nicolas Maduro, former bus driver turned strongman. Oil prices start dipping, then crashed in 2014, plummeting from $100 to under $30 by 2016. Venezuela's economy, 90% dependent on oil exports. Suddenly, revenues vanish. But Maduro doesn't cut spending. He doubles down on Chavez's populism. Massive subsidies continue. Deficits explode to 20 to 30% of GDP. How to pay? Print money. The Central Bank of Venezuela BCV fires up the presidency, expanding the money supply by 20 to 30% per month at peaks. Inflation ticks up, 50% in 2013, 60% in 2014. But that's just the appetizer. By 2016, hyperinflation erupts like a volcano. We're talking Weimar Germany or Zimbabwe levels, but worse. Official rates hit 1,698,488% in 2018, according to the IMF. Unofficial estimates, over 10 million %. Prices double every 19 days. A cup of coffee that costs $1 in the morning, to buy evening eggs. From affordable to luxury. People carry wheelbarrows of cash for basics, echoing 1920s Germany. But in Venezuela, it's digital too. Bank apps crash under transaction volumes. ATMs run dry because printing can't keep up. Hyperinflation isn't just numbers. It's psychological warfare on a nation. Now, the juicy part. How does this destroy banks? Banks thrive on stability. Deposits earn interest. Loans generate profits. Assets hold value. Hyperinflation flips the script. First, savings evaporate. Your deposit, worthless in weeks. Real interest rates plunge negative. Banks pay 10 to 20% nominal, but inflation's at thousands %. Why save? People yank money out, converting $2 on the black market. Capital flight. $300 billion flees Venezuela from 2012 to 2020, per estimates. Banks hemorrhage deposits. Second, loans become jokes. Borrowers take cheap credit, but repayments are in devalued bolivars. A $10,000 loan in 2015, pay back with pennies by 2018. Banks' assets, those loans dissolve. Non-performing loans skyrocket to 50 to 60%. Credit dries up. No one lends in chaos. The banking sector shrinks. From 2014 to 2021, the economy contracts 75%, the worst peacetime collapse in history. Banks' balance sheets, shredded. Profits turn to losses. Many teeter on insolvency. Third, government meddling seals the deal. Maduro imposes price controls, freezing food and medicine prices, forcing banks to lend at below inflation rates. Result, shortages everywhere. Banks can't profit. He expropriates private firms, scaring investors. Currency controls trap dollars in the country, but black market rates explode. One United States dollar buys millions of bolivars. Banks, regulated to the hilt, can't compete. In 2017, Maduro launches the Petro, a crypto backed by oil that flops spectacularly. By 2019, hyperinflation peaks. Banks are shelled. ATMs limit withdrawals to equivalents of $5 a day. People resort to barter, Bitcoin, or dollars stuffed under mattresses. Picture the human drama. A Caracas banker, once middle class, now queues for hours at his own branch for cash that buys nothing. Families watch grandparents' pensions vanish. Hyperinflation hits the vulnerable hardest. Riots erupt in 2017, over 100 dead in protests against shortages. Emigration explodes, 7 million flee. By 2025, a brain drain crippling recovery. One story, a single mom in Maracaibo sells her gold jewelry for dollars. But by the time she reaches the bank, the rate's worse. Heartbreaking. The contagion. It spreads. Banks fail or merge. The sector consolidates under state control. Private banks like Banesco face government takeovers. Maduro accuses them of sabotage. Credit cards, useless with limits too low for inflating prices. The entire financial system dollarizes informally. By 2020, 60% of transactions in USD. Maduro eases controls in 2019, defeating hyperinflation, but at what cost? Inflation drops to mere 2% in 2020, then 700% in 2021. But the banking sector, gutted, growth stalls. Loans as percent of GDP plummet from 20% to under 5%. In 2022 to 2023, a mini recovery hits. Oil prices rebound. Sanctions ease slightly under Biden. GDP grows 8% in 2022. But scars remain. Poverty at 90%. Malnutrition rampant. Flash to 2025. As of November, inflation's back with a vengeance. The Bolivar dropped 71% against the dollar since January. US tensions rise. Post-Trump re-election vibes. Sanctions tighten. Maduro blames imperialism, but mismanagement reigns. Banks still dysfunctional. High reserves required. Lending frozen. Dollarization deepens. Crypto and remittances from exiles keep families afloat. The economy's a merry-go-round. Boom under Chavez. Bust under Maduro. Fragile rebound, now teetering. The irony, Venezuela's oil could save it, but corruption siphons billions. So, what's the takeaway? Hyperinflation isn't just economic, it's a destroyer of trust, society, and institutions like banks. It exposes the resource curse. Easy oil money breeds dependency, populism, and collapse when prices fall. Lessons for the world: diversify economies, control spending, independent central banks. Think Argentina's woes, or Zimbabwe's patterns repeat. In 2025, with global inflation ticking up post-COVID, Venezuela warns: ignore fiscal discipline, and your banks could be next. If this hooked you like a telenovela, smash that like. Comment: could hyperinflation hit your country? Share your thoughts. Subscribe for more financial thrillers. The Venezuelan collapse isn't ancient history, it's a live wire. Stay vigilant, question leaders, and remember, when money loses meaning, everything crumbles. See you in the next crisis.